Hi, in this video we're going to be talking about how to use Sphero in the classroom and how to introduce you to it and how to set it up for students. So in the beginning portion you're going to want to take Sphero out of the box and you're going to want to plug the charger into the little base and then put Sphero on top of it and then plug it into the wall. This will fire it up, and then this is how you're going to want to connect to Sphero, because you're going to have it plugged in to the wall and then use your iPad to connect it with Bluetooth. So we're going to click the app. Once it loads up, you want to hit connect robot at the top middle. Once this starts to load, then it's going to give you all these different options of different robots you want to pick. And I think it's best tip if you're using this in a classroom to make sure this is set up before students come in, using it one by one, so there's not as many robots showing up. Once you have your robot connected, you're going to want to hit programs at the bottom left, the second one over, and you can hit the plus button to create new ones. So I would recommend using blocks, because that's more the simple line by line coding that you'd want to teach students. So you can see in the top left you have on start program, so that means once you hit the green button, then it'll start the Sphero bot. So I'm going to move it down just so I can reach it better. At first we're going to be talking about movements. So movements are just how the robot is going to move once you program it. So all you can see is I'm moving how the robot rotates. Right now I'm just going to set it at 90 degrees, so it's more of a casual. And then the next one is speed. So you can change how fast you want it to go. Obviously the higher you get it, the faster it's going to move, and I'm just going to keep it as slow 60 or try to keep it. I'm actually going to move it to 80, and it's a little that's a normal speed, I would say. And then you have how many seconds you can put it to. I'm only going to put it to maybe 3 seconds, just so it's a little short. So we're going to start it by hitting the green button at the top, and this just shows you how it's moving, how far it's moving, and how fast. You can see in centimeters. Also, there's a lot more different ways you can have the bot move, but I'm only just going to be showing this one because it's more the basic, but there's a lot more, as you can see at the bottom, that you can snap in. You can have stops, spins, different seconds. Next, I'm going to show you how to use sounds. So you just go over to the sounds, and I'm just going to pick play, random, sound, and wait. So once it moves moves however far I want to, it'll play a random sound. So I'm going to have it go for 6 seconds, and then I'm just going to click random, click sports, just random sounds, and then I'm just going to hit random sports sounds. So once it's done running for 6 seconds, then it'll make a random sports sound. And then that'll be it. But there's obviously way more sounds you can pick from, and students can pick from. So you can see I'm running it. And once it travels the 6 seconds, then it will make the sound. And I think the next thing we're going to get into is loops, and how to make this run repeatedly over and over time, so you don't have to keep putting in roll for 6 seconds every single time you want to do that at this point. So now I'm just going to snap in as soon as it starts, and I can put as many loops as I want up till the number it has there. So every time it runs through those first 2 commands, then it'll run through another time, and that'll be it. But obviously I could go more if I really wanted to. I think this is a very helpful tool for students to teach them this, so they don't have to keep putting the same thing in because they think that's what they have to do, but all you have to do is just put the loop in one time. And there's loop forever, loop for so many times, break, and then another loop unless something else happens. There's a lot more that you can choose from. Now I'm going to talk about lights. So lights, the Sphero is able to light up different colors So I'm just gonna pick main color, but I think I'm actually gonna change it to just fade from a different color, just to show it changing. And the tricky thing about this program is it likes to stick together, so you have to like make sure you're moving them from the top one, and then if you want to get room, you have to pull from the bottom. With lights, I'm not the biggest lights person, but I know students love it because then it's more of a customization for them. So I would also make sure that students are doing lights, just because you can see from, if you're teaching them once they get to a certain spot, then and it lights up, that means, okay, they got the first part done. Now let's move on to the next part. And you can keep doing just so that you know as a teacher that they're completing each step task by task. Students will be able to figure out more about this programming, but this is more of a basic understanding so people can use Sphero.